From student assistance to artistic inspiration, Montgomery College is always reaching out to our community in new ways. Coming up, Campus Conversation talks about partnerships in our community. Welcome to Campus Conversations. I'm Fritzi Bodenheimer. Today we are talking about how Montgomery College and its many community partnerships make MC a better place to learn and Montgomery County a better place to live. With me now is Yolanda Gaskins, a public information officer for one of those great partners, Holy Cross Health. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks for asking. I love being here.
So we have a brand new partnership. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the partnership is not brand new. Actually, we've been at it for a while. Kevin J. Sexton, our president and CEO, realized early on that with the aging and the growth in the community, particularly the aging, in the next 20 years, we're going to double the number of people who are over 65 years old. And among those people are a lot of our healthcare workers. So they're going to be retiring. So the problem is going to be who is going to take care of the community with those healthcare workers gone. So Mr. Sexton realized that it's important to kind of keep that pipeline going. And the best way to assure that you're going to have good healthcare workers is to help train them. And that's why we started our partnership with Montgomery College. So we participate in several ways. We help financially, with financial support, we support with training, and we support with teachers. Teachers assist some of the students here at the college.
So I know you must be so excited. The hospital is new, and I'm sure you want to show off a little. So tell us a little bit about some of the great things going on at the hospital.
Show off a little or show off a lot?
Go right ahead. A lot is good.
You know, it's a very exciting time for us. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you are able to participate with in the building of a brand new hospital. And it was so important to put the hospital where it is and when we did put it in. It was the first hospital in Montgomery County in 35 years.
Wow. And
so we just opened our doors October 1st, and Dr. Pollard was, of course, there as one of our speakers in our grand opening celebration. So we have 93 beds, all private rooms. It's very important to have private rooms. I don't know if people really understand the importance of private rooms, but more hospitals are moving towards private rooms now. And we have a state-of-the-art emergency department, so it's very, very exciting for us. And it's one of the things that's so exciting is the fact that we're the first first hospital to be built on a college campus. It's the first one in the United States. So it's a tremendous opportunity for students who are training at Montgomery College to also come and work and train at Holy Cross Germantown Hospital.
It's so exciting. What an amazing opportunity for both the healthcare workers and both our students and everyone in the community. So you have lots of other great things at the hospital. I understand that you have 6 beds, particularly for psychiatric patients, and there's a need for that in our community.
It's very important that we added the behavioral health department. And it is a state-of-the-art. I said state-of-the-art before, but we've got a garden there so that people can sit out, and it's important for them to have a sense of being out and being in the fresh air. I took a tour of it, and I was just amazed as some of the department heads were showing me around the different rooms and telling me all the different features in each one of the rooms that's really, really important to have in a behavioral health unit. So I think within a few days, I want to make sure this is right, within a few days we were pretty much full in that unit. In fact, I remember, this is anecdotal, I was sitting there in the lobby during one of the opening days greeting people, and there was someone there who was really anxious to find out more about the behavioral health unit, so we took them back to the unit then, but so much so that they were waiting to get into the hospital to help their loved one with an issue that that person was having. So it really is needed. You don't realize until it's really in your face that you need it that much.
Now, speaking of waiting, I heard that early on there were some long lines of people who wanted to work for you, that there were a big number of applicants hoping to work at your hospital.
Well, we were amazed by the number of applications that we got. They came in quickly. People applied and reapplied. It was very, very exciting to know that people wanted to be a part of the community. A small group of people from Holy Cross Hospital in Silver Spring are going to be working, have started working at Holy Cross Germantown Hospital, but there were so many jobs that were still open, and we're still looking for people. As any environment, you know, you develop different needs, you expand different departments. So if anyone's interested, just make sure you go on our website and check out our jobs that are available.
So what's coming up next? What can we look forward to in the year to come?
Well, I think more of the same, absolutely. I think that this relationship is a strong one and very productive one, and I'm sure it's going to continue in the future. And you mentioned Holy Cross Germantown Hospital, and one of the things I think is going to happen with that is that we don't know of all the creative ideas that are going to develop once the hospital is open now. Students are going to be coming in. We're going to be working with the students are going to be working with the nursing staff. And I think that out of that will come a lot of new creative ideas. So I think the future is full of possibilities.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It was so exciting to hear about the hospital. And coming up next, more campus conversations.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
Check out more Montgomery College programming at youtube.com/Montgomery College and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Montgomery College TV.
You might think that a college only serves adult students, but with me now is Amy Crowley, Montgomery College's Associate Director of Academic Initiatives, to talk about a partnership that includes children as young as 5. Amy, thanks so much for coming, and tell us, what is K to College?
Well, Kindergarten to College is one of our newest partnership initiatives with the Montgomery County Public Schools, and we have partnered with 3 elementary schools in Montgomery County, and we are bringing college experiences right into the kindergarten classroom.
Wow. So how did the idea to bring college to kindergarten, which seemed really like distance away, how did that come about?
Well, last year, Dr. Pollard made her thoughts known about how she would like us to expand partnerships. And historically, most of our partnerships had been on the high school level. Dr. Pollard said she really wanted us to go all the way down to the kindergarten level. So we basically followed her lead, and we started looking at opportunities for middle schools as well as elementary school partnerships. So Kindergarten to College came out of that thought process of how could we serve students as young as 5 years old.
And how can we serve a student who's 5 years old who may not know about college or certainly isn't thinking about it at that point? How do we do that?
Well, actually, it's been a lot of fun for all of us who are involved with that, because thinking about what we do here at the college, but scaling it down to a 5-year-old's level. So some of the things I can tell you that we've already done at East Silver Spring Elementary School, who partners with the Tacoma Park campus. Dwayne Henry, who is a staff member, who is a biology lab coordinator, had brought in samples, bugs, brains, those type of kids, and the kids just loved it. The chemistry faculty at the Rockville campus showed up in witches' hats for Halloween, and with doing chemical interactions, made potions and slime and that type of thing. We've had foreign language lessons for the students too. Joe Nake brought in a group of Renaissance scholars and had the students writing I am poems. So we've already had faculty, staff, students, and administrators. So again, we're trying to have students see that college, while it can be fun, it can be challenging, and to open their eyes to the opportunities at a very early age.
And the schools that are, the elementary schools that we're working with, these were not just randomly chosen. There's a reason why you selected the ones that we're involved with.
Exactly. Well, actually, there were two things. Number one, we selected schools that were what we call community schools. We wanted them to be close proximity to the campus because we wanted the folks who were going to be visiting, the faculty, staff, the students, the admitters, we wanted that ease for people to be able to transition back and forth. We wanted to have that feeling that this is a community school that was close by. The other thing was we targeted schools where we felt we could make a difference. So these were schools that might have been behind in their test scores or that type of thing. So we looked for schools where we thought we could make a difference by bringing the college experience to the students.
And are parents involved in any way?
No, right now they're not. We actually have another initiative we are planning on for the spring, and we're going to pilot it at Germantown with two of the elementary schools, and we're going to bring kindergartners and their parents to campus for a hands-on career/college experience with probably a focus on STEM, so parents will be involved in that one.
So what do you think, or what do you hope is the result? That is, down the road, do we hope the students will come to college here or just have a fun experience? Is there sort of a long-term goal with the programs?
I think it's everything that you've already stated. They may not end up Montgomery College, but these are students, we want them to be thinking about college at a very early age, that I can go to college, that college is enjoyable, that they're going to remember this experience and it's going to carry through. So we're hoping I can go to college, that college is enjoyable, that I can learn at college and have fun. So we thought by bringing all different types of experiences and having people from various aspects of the college community, students all the way to administrators, that they would get the full range of the experience and say, I want to do that.
Now, earlier you mentioned just in passing, but I think it would be worth coming back to some other programs that involve older students, maybe middle school or high school.
Well, we do have, we have a full range. One of the newest partnerships we have at Northwest and Northwood High School, we're bringing associate degrees this year. So it's the first year. Northwest High School, we're bringing an AS degree in engineering, and at Northwood High School, it's an AS degree in chemistry, biochemistry. We have quite a few new partnerships we're doing with middle schools, where we're bringing an after-school experience into certain schools in the middle school. We've also started some other elementary school partnership. This semester, for example, we brought students from two elementary schools to the Rockville campus for a theater experience. So we've kind of run the gamut from kindergarten, again, all the way up through the high school level, of trying to bring some new students onto campus to bring our college experience to the students exactly in their classroom. And the age range, you know, kindergarten all the way up to high school.
So observing all these partnerships, what do you see, what gives you the joy out of it? What are we getting out of it?
Well, personally, I think everybody I know who's gone in and has done the kindergarten presentations has absolutely, you know, loved it. The reactions that they get from the kids, and you know, what we're actually hoping is going to happen is that other people are going to hear about it and say, you know, I want to do that. I want to do that too. I know personally, for me, it's so rewarding because I get to see the whole range. I work here at the college campus, but I get to have, you know, time working with students the full range who potentially could be Montgomery College students in the future.
Thank you so much for telling us about these partnerships. As a community college, it's vital that we get out into the community. Producer Marcus Rosano recently met with the college's community engagement director to find out more.
I'm with Montgomery College's Director of Community Engagement, Carla Silvestri, and we are at the Gaithersburg Library. And in talking about community partnerships, and I would think that this is a perfect marriage for the community college to be partnering with the library. I mean, that's an excellent fit to have what we have now, community engagement centers here at Montgomery College.
Absolutely. I mean, I think this is a model partnership for Montgomery College because we are here at the Gaithersburg Library, which is a magnificent community hub. It's a brand new building. There's people here day and night, Saturdays and Sundays. So it's a great opportunity for us at the college to be able to be interacting with those community members. We see people that are looking for jobs. We see seniors that are looking for computer literacy opportunities, children that need to be connected with youth programs. So it's it has lots of foot traffic. We get our benefit by access to those folks and helping them connect to Montgomery College. And the library gets another amenity, another free resource for the community, for their customers. So it's a wonderful partnership.
So let's break it down a little bit to the purpose of community engagement centers to be at Montgomery College. I would assume it's to kind of get us into the community.
Yeah, more and more we want to go where people are. Rather than expecting them to come to us, we want to meet them halfway by going to where people are gathered. And so we want to be at the community engagement centers, which are in the neighborhoods, where people are coming to get information, to learn. So it's a good fit because we're a learning institution. The idea behind the engagement centers is also to really do grassroots outreach in these neighborhoods, here in Gaithersburg and at the East County Regional Center on Briggs Cheney Road. So our staff, our college staff, are at community events during the weekends, networking meetings, so that we're always promoting the college, but also being accessible. People, oh, I had this question for the college, but here you are, so let me ask you. And I tried to go do this, but I wasn't successful. Can you help me? So it's really going to where people are gathered, bringing the college to them.
Now, these community engagement centers, right now I think you just spoke of two. Talk a little bit about where they are now and where they will be. And kind of part two of that question is, they're not, they just don't appear in these spots, out of luck. There's a reason why we're getting to these particular locations.
Yeah, the college did an analysis of educational levels, people with bachelor degrees throughout the county, as well as income levels, and found that Gaithersburg and East County were areas where it was a little lower than the rest of the county, so we wanted to be actively promoting education in those two communities. Wheaton was a third, right. And so that's in an area of the county that we're interested in for the future, possibly setting up an engagement center there. Okay, and
who are you targeting? Now, people will look at us and say, well, Montgomery College, of course you're targeting kids that just get out of MCPS and they're 18, 19 years old, but that's not necessarily the case when it comes to the community engagement centers, because I think you mentioned earlier, it really runs the gamut of who we can reach when we're in a place like the Gaithersburg Library.
Right. So the community engagement centers are for everyone. This is the community's college. So definitely if a high school student has a question and they happen to be getting a book here, yes, we're happy to serve them. But we are also targeting maybe young people that didn't enroll in college right away and are thinking of returning. We're targeting their parents that need to be retrained, maybe get a new certificate program, get a better job. Those are our targets. We really want to help people get connected to better jobs and better education. We also, as a part of our partnership here at the library, we partner with the Gilchrist Center for Cultural Diversity, which is the county government's immigrant welcome center. So also immigrants being a third of our county's population is also a target group, and helping them get either recredentialed or English as a second language, all the different programs that our college offers for that community.
And since you're the community engagement director, what are some of the other partnerships, maybe a couple, we have about a minute and a half left, maybe a couple other partnerships that you want to mention that are throughout the community?
Yeah, we're always looking for opportunities to bring the college to organizations and groups. So we have dozens of emerging partnerships, but one that we recently solidified is with the Housing Opportunities Commission here in Montgomery County. As you know, that's the public housing arm. And we're going to be training their apartment maintenance employees with our apartment maintenance certification. We're going to be helping them with their educational assessment of their residents and helping the children of the residents to get connected to Montgomery College opportunities, as well as our ACES program. So we get, again, access to people that are ready to take on these challenges, these courses, and they, of course, get the benefit of the classes and services of Montgomery College.
Very good. Well, Carla, thank you very much for chatting with us today. This is a fantastic venue for a community engagement center that I think is going to be a very valuable asset to Montgomery College. So thanks for being with us today.
The community engagement centers are located in the Gaithersburg Library and in the East County Regional Center. This past October, the art department at Montgomery College, in partnership with the Smithsonian Museum for African Art in Washington, D.C., brought a fantastic artist to campus as part of the Artist in Residence program. Take a look.
My name is Victor Ekpuk. I started my career in Nigeria. I was showing internationally. My work was collected within Nigeria itself. There were contemporary art galleries in Nigeria, and I worked as an illustrator and a cartoonist in a Nigerian newspaper. So coming to Washington, D.C., it's just a different environment for inspiration. My works are based on an older form of communication that also involved graphic systems that originates from southeastern Nigeria. It's called CBD. For the purpose of my work, I only use the graphic aspects of it, but it's a whole gamut of forms of communication that includes speech, placement of objects, and body movement, sort of pantomime, and so on. The idea of making the work and then wiping it off or leaving it for other people to wipe off is sort of making a statement about memory. And my work is also, the whole idea of my work is also has to do with memory of the people. This is the whole excavation of memory within my work, because I'm going back and excavating these old aesthetics to create work. I mostly enjoy drawing with the chalk. The white on the black sort of reminds me of the spirituality that the white is associated with in the African traditional religions, where the use of white is seen as an access to the other world. In every artwork, there is what the artist intends and what the viewer sees. Yeah, I mean, I can't really dictate what people are going to come up with, but I hope they like it. Judy Stone of the Montgomery College collaborated with the Museum for African Art, and they both invited me to, or asked if I would like to come and do a residency. I always enjoy going to, getting invitations like this to come and work with young people and impart whatever I have and share with them, or maybe add another layer of what they've been taught, or just imparting what I know and how I express myself. And as you can see around, the walls around, that there's so much explosion of ideas and imaginations, and how they can use their own symbols or create their own symbols, and based on the sense of composition, and tell their stories. Like you see on this wall, I'm sure most of these works have a story. So at the end of the day, when they are done doing their compositions, I would ask some of them to talk about the works that they've done and what inspired them. And it's always very interesting to hear what the stories are. And then I would ask them to do collaborative work, like you've seen on the large works, collaborative. Everybody comes in and brings their own idea, and then it will stand back and look at it to see how it all comes together as a composition. So, so I think it's been quite a lot of fun.
As you can see, the students really enjoyed working on those huge collaborative drawings. Not only are we partnering to bring artists to campus, but the college is helping to bring art into the community, and a few lucky residents are enjoying a sculpture made by an MC alumnus. Take a look.
I've studied with Lincoln Mudd for probably 4 or 5 years at this point, and it's been really a great opportunity for me to both experience a lot of connection with other students, really building a community of other emerging student artists, and to learn a lot about both the process and the techniques of sculpting.
The partnership started about 2 years ago. Scott Knudsen, who's an architect who worked on the design team of K-Fritz, approached me about a project in downtown Silver Spring that they were interested in having a public art component, and seeing if we'd like to be involved.
I had submitted a proposal to Lincoln Mud, and I am really excited that mine was selected and recently installed. The installation is now complete. I've been a woodworker for many years, so learning the new skills with steel was one part of it. Probably more of the challenge for me has been about finding the images sort of in my psyche and figuring out how to transform them into something real. On paper, yeah, I draw the images frequently first, and then have to wrestle with how to make it come to the reality that matches the inner vision.
Paul's piece is, it's sort of in one way, a simple abstract piece, but it's a beautiful combination of materials, the steel and the glass block. It has just a nice progression as we think about rhythm in space and a nice division of space. It also, by chance, one reason we were thrilled when we saw it is it actually relates to the building and the architecture around it.
I called it Strut Your Stuff. It's my first public art piece that I have created that was actually successfully completed and now installed. And I just thought it was a nice double entendre to use the struts in supporting the glass cubes. And it's also about me putting it out there and really finding a level of success in my new endeavors. There's a nice little stipend attached to it, which is great, but also just the opportunity to have my name go out there and start to get some recognition and build a resume. You know, that's all part of the process.
So Marcus, we heard about some great partnerships today, but I know we're just touching on a few, and there are actually many, many more great partnerships that Montgomery College is involved with.
Absolutely, Fritzy. I mean, we don't have enough time today to talk about how many partnerships, but we'll just hit on a couple as we close the show here. Just recently, Montgomery College has taken the lead with a Department of Labor $15 million grant in the cybersecurity world. And what is going to happen with this is 14 community colleges in Maryland are going to partner up, and we're going to create a consortium of sorts. And we're going to be working with business partners as well, but it's focused on getting people skills, learning skills to get into the cybersecurity workforce, which is a booming field. Everybody knows that. And of course, Montgomery College is taking a lead amongst that consortium. So not only are we partnering with our fellow community colleges in Maryland, but businesses are jumping onto this. One, for instance, we like to throw the name Lockheed Martin out there. So that's a great partnership. Another one between Montgomery College, Montgomery County Public Schools, and USG, the Universities of Shady Grove. We just started this thing called the IELC, and that's the Integrated Experiential Learning Cooperative. And this is going to help students, whether it be at MCPS, MC, or USG, gain on-the-job training for their chosen fields of study. So we're partnering with businesses to get into the schools, whether it be the high school or the college level, to get that on-the-job training. Another one is a partnership that we have with Montgomery County Correctional Facility, and our Dr. Pollard is good friends with Warden Robert Green at MCCF, and we've been working on a great partnership for the last few years. And it's important to get the inmates training before they come back into civilian life. And the recidivism rates, when you look at the studies, recidivism, when you have people who are trained and get skills, the recidivism rates go down. And finally, to talk about partnerships, I guess we can't leave out Accenture and Discovery, two corporate partners that we've been working with over the last few years. And that's getting people in career paths, just kind of looking forward to where I can get in at a place like Accenture or Discovery. And just recently, both corporations have helped a lot with veterans, not only at Montgomery College, but in Montgomery County as a whole. So there's a lot to talk about, and I know we don't have enough time. I could just keep on going.
Thanks for telling us about some more of those great partnerships, and thank all of you for watching. We're out of time. For more information about any of the topics we cover on Campus Conversations, visit montgomerycollege.edu/campusconversations.